Afternoon, you may have guessed by the title of this clip, but we decided to book a little Easter break at Lake Como in Italy. We are actually already here and I didn't film travel day, and this is nearly the end of our first day, but I have to be very selective with what I film because we packed very light, which means I only have one SD card with about an hour's worth of footage space on it. So I'm just picking and choosing what I film and show you, because travel day, I've actually done that over on Instagram anyway. So if you go on Instagram, you'll see us catching trains, catching planes, how long it took us, how much it cost, things like that. But it's pretty busy down there at the minute because it's actually Easter Monday today, so it has been pretty busy. It's very loud. The ferry station is right there, so there's cars just getting on the ferry now, so that's why it's a little bit busy and a little bit noisy. I am losing my voice, so we're hoping it might be a little bit quieter tomorrow with it being Easter Monday. Everybody will want to come and visit. This is Varenna. Over there is Bellagio, which is a little bit more touristy. And over there is Menaggio. Yeah, and you can catch this ferry to both of those to go and visit if you want. Even though we packed light, we packed all the little first aid bits that we need, and we've used half of them already. So we've been on the Lemsips. I can feel like I'm getting a cough. Adam has had a fever. He also trapped his finger in the window thing there, so we've had to use the plasters already. Wanted to go and get the food shop today from the supermarket. You have to catch the next stop up on the train. So this is Varenna, and the next stop up is Milano, and that's where the supermarkets are, but they're shut today because it's Easter Monday, so we're having to do it tomorrow instead. So we've just had some home bargains noodles that we brought with us. Always bring snacks, always bring food, because you just don't know, like today when things are shut because of Easter Monday. There's been cafes open and things. We've had pizza for dinner, but if you want some tea, we bought some noodles with us, so that's what we've had, so we can go to the supermarket tomorrow. But the view is pretty good from our Airbnb. I'll show you around the Airbnb in a second. I mean, we have already been here a day, so we've kind of wrecked it already. Is the ferry. The train station is just round the corner, and as you walk round there, the centre of Varenna is through there, and there is the boat. This is the open living area a little bit of our Airbnb. Little TV. Kai's just been playing the radio on that. This is our messy table. Kept snacks on here, things we need to take out with us during the day. And Abby in a natural habitat. Kitchen. There's a nice little view through here as well. We've got like good views from the front and back, and I'll show you that on another day. So this is the whole open area living plan. We've got a bathroom just through. There's Adam in bed with his fever. Bathroom area. Bathroom's pretty big. This is pretty huge, really, and it's got everything you need, as well as a washing machine. And then Adam is in here with his fever and his Lemsips. We have been out. And I won't be able to do much vlogging because I'm losing my voice and my throat is no good. We're just enjoying our Lemsips on the balcony. It's 7:30 at night and it's still super light. But we'll be having these Lemsips and we won't long be in bed, ready for tomorrow. We've got a packed day tomorrow, going to the supermarket, collecting all our stuff. And then we'll be renting a boat on this lake. It's one of the little boats, and you can rent it from just round the corner. Good morning, it is now Tuesday, and we've just made our way up to the train station in Verona to take it to Milano, the next town over, and it's going to take 4 minutes, and it costs €1.50. This is the little station. This is the train off to Milan, and then we're going this way through that tunnel up there. We're now back in Varenna and in a bit of a rush because we have a boat booked for 1 p.m. It's currently 12:37 and we've got to get back to our apartment, put everything in the fridge, pack everything for the picnic and then make it down towards the ferry where the rent-a-boat place is. So we have 20 minutes, but yeah, in a bit of a rush. I have 4 minutes left. And the rent-a-boat is just down here next to the ferry station, so I think we're gonna make it. There's Captain Adam driving his little boat. We have been on the lake now for 2 hours and we've got an hour left. Highly recommend renting a boat if you come to Lake Como so you can see all the different villas and all the different towns. We're like slap bang in the middle. We've got Bellagio over there, this bit. There are different towns all over down this side, but we are just cruising along slowly. We brought a little picnic with us that we got from the supermarket. I just used the translator app. If you've got an iPhone, there's a translator app where you can use your camera. I think Kai filmed a little bit where you could choose what language you wanted it to translate. So we made sure that we could pick up like semi-skimmed milk instead of whole milk, and we were picking up ham and not turkey and things like that. Also, Adam was very apprehensive when I told him we were renting a boat, but he's done really well. We are back from our little boat trip and this is our haul of snacks from the Italian Eurospin. This is biscuits a bit like Nutella flavour. We have some paprika, a bit like Pringles. We've got some croissants with chocolate inside. We brought that from home. These are like Jaffa cake bars. We have some cheese flavoured, a bit like Knick Knacks. Sweets, all different fruit flavours. These are a little bit like Chewits. These little amaretti biscuits, I cannot stop eating these. They're a bit like almond, cherry bakewell sort of marzipan. If you like any of that type of stuff, you'll love these little tiny biscuits. Abby can't decide if she loves them or hates them. She just eats them and then can't decide whether they're good or not. She has to have another one. I also managed to find some tea bags. These are Classico, so these are the classic regular tea bags. They do green tea, fruit teas, things like that. I wasn't sure whether they were tea bags or not because I didn't know whether it were like loose leaf and that you had to filter them or whatever, but if it says 25 filter it on the box, they are individual tea bags. Also picked up some sugar. They only sold it in this huge pack. We got some Nutella, basically chocolate spread, because we bought a loaf of bread to make ham sandwiches for the boat and we're going to have some leftover, so I thought we'd have some chocolate toast. And then we got Adam some coffee, decaf coffee. We got milk. The blue one is semi-skimmed and the pink one is whole milk. Picked up some more grapes. We also got some ratatouille ravioli, I'm going to call it. It's probably not called that, but it looks like ravioli and it's got ratatouille flavours in, so such as tomatoes, eggplant, courgette, peppers. We also bought 2 peppers. You have to weigh these in the supermarket and print your little sticker out. Sweaty sausage. We got this to put on the ham sandwiches as well, which is like a cheese and chive spread. That's actually really good. Yogurts, broccoli, tagliatelle, and a big jar of passata to put with all the pasta. And this is the view from one of the windows in the living area. It's just, I have to keep looking to check it's still there. It's absolutely insane. the word search Adam is working on is very apt because it's an under the weather crossword. Looking for words like throat, tired, sneeze, which is exactly how we both feel at the minute. We're just having a little evening stroll while it's quieting down a bit. Either everybody's gone home from their day trip or they're all inside having their tea. We already had ours early because Italians, they said they don't eat the tea until like 8, 9 p.m. at night, and they can sit there all night at the table. We're used to eating tea about 5, 6 o'clock, so we had made our pasta, our ratatouille ravioli, and now we're going back into Verona just to get some pictures and just have a little stroll. We've done our little round trip and you can see our Airbnb. That balcony just there in this orange building is ours, right at the top. It's now Wednesday morning and we're catching the ferry today over to the nearby towns across the lake, on the central lake, and we have a little market popped up overnight. I think this one's got claws, this one's got fruit and veg. We're not sure what's in the red one yet until we get down there. But tickets for this, if you want to roam around all the different stops all day, on and off, it's €15 each. If you just want to go kind of like one way or visit one town, it's like €9. So I think we're going to get the hopper one so we can kind of just have a little tour around the different towns and see what they look like. This is Bellagio over here. This is the one, as I said, is more touristy. Costs a little bit more for food and things over there, and Menaggio is over this way. I'm not sure what's over there, I haven't really looked into it, but we will take the camera along and show you what we find. Abby just said, look at them ugly trees. They got DVDs hanging off them. 5-minute crafts. They have little tiny magnets of tiny packets of spaghetti, and we're just trying to figure out if this is actually real on the inside because it all moves. We've got a little pack of penne pasta. Abby's got tiny bottles of Fanta and cola. They've also got lots of cute little Christmas bits in this shop. Bellagio has got far more shops than Varenna to look round. One has adorable little carved wooden ducks and tortoise. They have some little cats as well. These are €6. That is super cute. Abby's found some cute little mice. How much are those? There's a little bowl of mice. £5.50. £5.50. We have found another bakery at the top of the street and got 4 slices of this chunky pizza, and these are €4 each, and we're just perched on a bench with some napkins. Found even more mini items, little wine racks, cheese and meat boards, little cans of pasta, ravioli. Is that ham? Packets of ham. Little tiny Nutella. We have finished buying lots of little wooden items carved out of the wood from the wood shop, and we're now on the ferry going over to Menaggio. You can hear my cold is bad today, and the weather is a lot cooler today, so I've got like multiple layers. I've got my dress, I've got a t-shirt, my dress, a cardigan and my jacket. It's a lot cooler today, but we're heading over to Menaggio in a second on our little hopper ticket. We're now in Menaggio. It's like a big long, bit like a pier to walk across to get all the views. There's not as many shops on this side, but we have found a little mini golf course. Little crazy golf. It is now Thursday. We thought it was going to rain all day today because the app says it's going to rain. We had a little bit of drizzle this morning, but there's no rain since. It is a little bit windy though. We've decided to come out and go and find Villa Monastero, which is a little villa with gardens. The gardens are only open at this time of year. The house is still shut in April and May. But it's going to cost us about €10 each to get in. Abby gets in for free because she's under 14, and Kai is cheaper as well because he's 17. So we've just walked out into Varenna, and now we're going to go and find the villa. Yeah, we've had a slow day. We went to Eurospin, so back to Milano again for the little supermarket to pick up some snacks for today and tomorrow. We're on more pasta for tea, and we've just got rid of all the rubbish. Going to do the packing tonight as well because there's a train strike on tomorrow and we need to catch 2 trains back to the airport, so that'll be fun. So that cost us €25 to get in. It was pretty straightforward. A lot of the people that are in shops or at touristy places, they do speak a little bit of English, so it does help. But if you don't know any Italian and they don't know any English, you still manage to get what you want just by pointing and smiling and saying grazie when you're finished. Well, this is just a little bit of the gardens, but you get a really good photo spot of the lake. Like if you want to come and take some pictures next to the lake, then this is the place to do it. It is very, very windy today on Lake Como, but they got some gorgeous wisteria. But you do get really, really good views from inside here. Plenty of picture spots. And I think this one over here is the next town down called Fumilet. And they have lots of these on Airbnb as well. But it is a bit of a walk down to Varenna. You'd have to walk all the way down the main road. But it is something to think about if you want maybe a cheaper Airbnb and don't mind the walk. They have some little orange and lemon trees, or clementina trees. We just had to come and get some gelato. This is crazy. From this shop on the front of Varenna, you get 2 different flavours. I've got cherry flavour and Nutella flavour, and you get another little cone on the top. Adam's got a cup of 2 flavours. He got raspberry and cherry, right? Abby's got cherry and cheesecake with a cone on top, and Kai got a chocolate vanilla and a chocolate. It's Friday, which means it's home time, and we have taken the trip to Milan first, and then we can catch our next train to the train station in about an hour's time. So we thought we'd come and have a look at one of the largest cathedrals in the world, and it is absolutely full of pigeons. There's pigeons everywhere. Abby loves it. Abby likes pigeons. Don't know why. Look at them everywhere. Everywhere. And just like that, we are back home again. I have to apologise for how choppy and unstructured this vlog was. But as you'll have seen, we didn't vlog the first day. We weren't very well. And I did take the camera and I didn't know whether to vlog or not, because by the time we'd got there and we'd done all the trains, the planes, the travel day, starting to feel the effects of a cold or a cough coming on, I thought, shall I just not vlog this and I'll just do everything on my phone? So I started filming little clips for Instagram. But by the second day, I did get a few messages and comments about that people couldn't wait for the YouTube video on it, couldn't wait for the Italian vlog, and I thought, do you know what, I need to document this. I tried to document all of my little holidays, little adventures, little outings, so just for me personally, so I remember them, watch them back, and I do like to share them with you as well to give you little tips and maybe ideas of places that you might want to visit. So yeah, I apologise, I wasn't at the top of my vlogging game. I did fail a little bit with this one. I just need to remember that any future vlogs, I need to make a conscious decision and go, if I'm vlogging this, we need to do this properly. But I hope you still enjoyed it. Little thoughts on Varenna. We chose Varenna because it is one of the most picturesque towns on Lake Como. We wanted to escape somewhere pretty and nice and quiet. I wouldn't say it was super quiet. It gets quiet at night because Varenna is a place where a lot of people visit for the day. They will hop on the ferry from Bellagio or Menaggio or even further down the lake, and they will come specifically to visit Varenna because it is so pretty. So if you do want to walk around when there's not much people, try to do that in the evening. That being said, we did go at Easter though, so Easter is always going to be busy with families wanting to get away. We really enjoyed Bellagio as well. That had lots and lots of shops. That's the most shops that I've seen in the 3 towns on the central lake. Lots of like designer clothes shops, bag shops, silks, and then you have a mix of your touristy shops for your magnets and your tat. I call them tat shops. You can tell as soon as you look at them. They're just full of like plastic souvenir tat that you can't help just bring something home from. But there was a really cute little wooden shop. I adored that little wood carving shop. I'm pretty sure 90% of it wasn't carved in the shop. They do have all the tools in the background, but I'm pretty sure a lot of it was bought in. Didn't bother me though, it was still super cute and I still ended up buying stuff. Menaggio, the other town on the lake, it's lovely but there wasn't a lot to do, so if you are tight on time I would possibly skip Menaggio. It does have a really long lovely promenade kind of thing to walk down with unspoilt views. Milan, now we didn't have much time in Milan because of the train strikes. We thought we best get there early. The trains seemed to be running fine from what we could see. So we took the train from Varenna to Milan, which takes about an hour. And then from Milan train station, you can then get another train to the airport, which is another hour. So our flight wasn't till say like 5:15. So we had a little tiny bit of time in Milan in between, and we walked it from the station to the cathedral. Took about 40 odd minutes, pulling all our cases behind. And I don't want to say too much because cities aren't really my thing. So I could be saying things and it might put you off, when in reality, cities breaks and things like that aren't my type of thing. Milan to me was a lot of buildings, a lot of people, a lot of pigeons and a lot of graffiti. So a bit like Manchester, if I'm being honest. But Manchester gets lots of visitors. It's just not my type of thing that I like to look at. Buildings are cool, but I'm much more of a scenery person. I am much more wowed by a mountain, by a lake, by a forest than I am a pretty building. So I don't want to put anybody off that is thinking about going for like a Milan break and having their stay in Milan. Just not my thing. So then we went back to the train station and caught the train to the airport, where we then found our gate. Can I just say Milan airport, or rather Malpensa airport. So if you were searching for this, the 3 letters are MXP. Security, a breeze. So quick, so efficient. Breezed straight through. Terminal 1, which is where you fly to Manchester from, tons of shops. I mean, not shops that we would usually go in. You've got your Gucci and your Prada just in case you need that at the airport. But yeah, plenty to keep you busy whilst you're waiting for your flight. And the flight was only 2 hours, so pretty uneventful. I did forget to say though, on the way out, we did have a bunch of school kids going on a trip, and one of the teachers fell asleep on the plane and just screamed. And we were like, everybody got startled and woken up, and they were like, what is happening? And she'd had a jump scare in her sleep that made her scream out loud. And the entire plane was like, what's happening? That was pretty funny, bless her. She did apologise. She said, I'm really sorry, I fall asleep really easy and I get jump scared in my sleep. But if you are thinking about a trip to Lake Como, or you just want to know a little bit more, feel free to pop your questions in the comments and I will do my best to answer them. I hope you enjoyed this vlog. That's going to be our last trip for a little while in terms of abroad holidays. We are now just going to have days out in the UK. That is the plan anyway, just so we can rebuild holiday money back up, because we did just do Disney World in November and Italy in April. I think we've been more than lucky enough. I'm never going to say never. I am impulsive and I do just randomly book things, but for now we're going to stick with UK little trips, day trips out. And mostly concentrate on getting the house straight and getting ourselves straight. Well, thank you very much for watching. Please leave a comment below and I will see you in the next video.